All right, guys, I'm going to go over what I did to upgrade my Harbor Freight motorcycle lift into convert it from hydraulic to airlift. This only works on the Harbor Freight model 68892. And where you can find that is right here on this sticker. Of course, it's right in the bottom, and it's only so small that a Chinaman can read. But it's right there, 68892. Any other model, this will not work on. Don't waste your time. Don't try to do it. It will not work. You will lose your money. So anyways, this is completely bolt-on. It doesn't require anything else. You don't have to weld. You don't have to do anything else. And you can buy this pump from, Redline Engineering. And it is the model LD1K. So that's Lincoln Delta 1 Kilo. And I think the pump's like, God, if I remember right, it's like $280. Get the hose with it. It's an extra, I think, $59 or so, but you're going to want this. Don't try to make your own. Trust me. Just pony up and buy it. Redline Engineering is the company that makes it, and they actually make an identical motorcycle lift to this. Identical in almost every way, except that it has the airlift on it. And not only is it airlift, but it actually, you can use the hydraulic on it as well. So it is a pretty slick system. But I'll kind of give you an example, or not an example, but kind of show you how it works. So plug that in. When you kind of hear it change tone, that means it's done. Put your safety bar in, of course. And important to remember, I got to lift it up a little bit more. Important to remember, use the safety bar and use that to set your load on. Don't use the pump because you'll blow the pump seals out. So just lower it down onto there. Now, kind of show you how this rolls. You pull these two pins out right here. How you get those out, I just used just an M8 tap and just thread it in there, and you can just pull them out. But first, before you do that, you got to pull that bolt out and that bolt out right there. Those are both 10 millimeter. That just keeps the pins from backing out. You don't have to pull the grease zerks out. I wouldn't suggest doing that because you'll get dirt and shit in there and it'll screw up your pins. Then we'll pull out this one right there. I think that was a 14 millimeter. You pull that out and then pull the pins on the clevises right here. The whole thing will come out. You can have this thing out in less than 5 minutes. It took me a little bit longer because I had to go through and figure it out. But the only difference you're going to have to go through putting it back in is the release. It'll go on just the same. Now, the foot pump, you'll have to kind of concoct something here because this right here is a little bit offset. If you can see these, they're offset a little bit. If you got a welder, probably the best way to do it, scoot these over a little bit. So this right here goes straight in the center of this right here. I'll probably end up doing that simply because right here, I wouldn't trust that long term because you're putting pressure on one side of this rod right here. And eventually, after a while, it's probably going to blow that seal out if you use it too much. So that's really the only thing you have to do. I went a step further and drilled a 3/4 inch hole right there through the frame. just like Redline Engineering, how they did theirs. So the whip for the air can feed through. But other than that, it's a pretty simple process. I saw all of the modifications and everything done on YouTube for Harbor Freight lifts, and none of them sat well with me. They all looked just kind of hokey and put together, and I wasn't going to put, you know, 1,000-pound bike on a lift right next to my legs and have any of that fail. So this is the way I chose to do it. Being that we have all of our money kind of invested in this lift already, it makes sense to do it. I think buying theirs, it's, I don't know, $800 and some or something like that. So, I mean, if you bought this lift on, from Harbor Freight when they had a coupon out for like $400 or something like that, or you've had one for a while, it makes sense. If you don't have one, probably just buy the Redline Engineering one, save yourself the problems. But I'm not going to buy a new lift and waste the money of what I have invested in this one. So, but pretty simple, easy. Just remember, it has to be that 68892 model. They will not accept returns of this pump. So just remember that. So make sure, you know, it fits your table, or you're going to be out the money, because they're going to tell you, nope, we won't take the return. So other than that, I think it's a pretty slick way to go, but you can decide what's good for you.